Yes, and hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Now this is a follow-up video following yesterday's video. So Buzzy B and Salties, they've organized a march today happening right now 11 a.m. They're marching to the police station, and then after that they're going to Midstream Shopping Center where Ndhuna lives. Now Titimba, Somizi's friend, has tried to get both sides of the story from Lesego as well as Ndhuna, who is allegedly his friend. Okay, Ndhuna released a statement through Titimba, and this is what he said. Morning, Titimba. Firstly, I would like to thank you for being in contact with me as a brother, friend, and as a champ of Amataima organization regarding the malicious allegations against myself by the mother of my late son through social media platforms. Secondly, I would like to also make you aware that an inquest has been opened, and I would like to give authorities as well as the assigned investigating officer the space and compliance to handle the matter at their utmost professional level. Now, on the 23rd of October 2024, I received a call from one of my two helpers while I was in Sandton, making my way to Rosebank, informing me that my son Kaone has fallen into the pool and he's struggling to breathe. I then immediately called 911 at Midstream paramedics and made a U-turn back to the house. While I was on my way back, I called the mother, Lesego, informing her of the incident, and her response was she's on her way to Limpopo to discuss the state of her late grandmother with her family, so I should keep her posted. I arrived at my house 20 minutes later and found the paramedics at the house Bezamumvusa Kaone in his bedroom in the presence of the head of security of the estate. Now, in the interim of this process, I have been constantly on the phone with the mother, trying to keep her up to date with the status. Unfortunately, my son was declared dead after 45 minutes. I then handed over the phone to the paramedics so that they can break the news to the mother. And at that point in time, I was very shattered. To talk further, 5 minutes later, the mother called again and spoke to the estate manager, who also confirmed the sad news to her. I then asked her if she could please make a turn and come back. Unfortunately, she refused to come back, citing that her trip to Limpopo about her grandmother's estate is serious and she must participate in the family meeting. Regrettably, Lesego didn't pitch to the scene. Now, in the event of loss of life, it is a standard procedure that AMA paramedics have to wait until the police arrive at the scene to declare the area of the incident as a crime scene. In this case, indeed, the police did come after they were called by the head of security, followed by a forensic team until the body was dispatched to the mortuary. All these processes were concluded around 7 p.m. I was then advised by the police on the scene that I should go to the police station the following day at around 9 a.m. to obtain the case number and proceed with a gemstone to identify the body before 3:30 p.m. At this juncture, I did inform the mother so she knows where the body has been taken to. On the 24th of October, I went to the police station accompanied by my father, my uncle, and my two younger brothers to obtain the case number after both Lesego and I agreed that I can go to the police station and we will all meet at the mortuary to identify the body at 2. While we were in the process of obtaining the case number, I was advised by the officer who was helping us that in order to identify the body, we will need the original birth certificate of the child. Unfortunately, I never had that document in my possession, so the police contacted Lesego to bring along the original birth certificate to the mortuary. Okay. Surprisingly, it is at that point that Lesego suddenly decided not to cooperate with everyone and refused to bring the birth certificate, and further told the police that in actual fact, she doesn't even know when she will be coming back to Gauteng. So the father can use the custody documents and the copy of the birth certificate at his disposal to apply for a reprint at Home Affairs. So according to the father, he got a blessing to go and apply for a reprint at Home Affairs. I then proceeded to Home Affairs to obtain a reprint and later proceeded to the pathologist and identify the body in the presence of my younger brother, since Lesego refused to come. Around about 15:45, Lesego called me and say she is at Centurion Mall and I must organize transport for her from the mall so that we can meet at the mortuary to identify the body. I did inform her that the identification process has already been done after she refused to cooperate with us. The only thing we need to discuss further is the burial arrangements so that we can lay our son to rest. It is unfortunate that this process was being done parallel with her mission to mislead the public through social media platforms with information that are damning to me while I was trying my utmost best to involve and communicate with her in a civil manner for the sake of our son, despite our toxic relationship that has been like this since 2022 post our 3-month sexual relationship. Later in the evening, I received a call from a lady who introduced herself as Lesego's sister and wanted to get information from me about what happened and wanted to know when is the burial because they are struggling to get information from Lesego and she's only posting things on Instagram without saying or informing them of the passing of the child. I then detailed everything to her as briefly outlined above and disclosed the date and time of the burial for them to attend, and she did confirm that she will come with Lesego. This matter has been very difficult for me to handle considering the fact that Lesego does not have a family member that I know of. Now on the 25th of October, Lesego called around 12 and asked me when will the child be brought to my house for funeral proceedings so that she can see the body and be part of the funeral. I did inform her that she needs to be here at my house by 2 so that we can have private viewing session between my family and hers before the ceremony can commence. An hour later, I received a call from the police station saying Lesego wants to come to the funeral, but she needs to know if she is really allowed. I did confirm that she can come and we have already spoken as parents for the sake of our son. Surprisingly, Lesego did not pitch at the house nor at the burial site, and eventually the boy was laid to rest without the presence of his mother after being afforded the opportunity to be there. I also want to confirm that the burial was done lawfully and all the documentation such as a death certificate and a burial order were in place, and copies of such documents have been furnished to the investigating officer. 3 investigating officers assigned to the inquest came to my house in the afternoon to take separate statements from myself and the helper who was in the house on the day of the incident. At this juncture, I can only wait until the thoroughly investigation is concluded, because I also want to know how did my son lose his life in the presence of 2 female adults who have been assigned to look after him 24/7 during my absence. In the interim of the investigation process, I'm willing to cooperate with the mother of the child or any relevant institutions or bodies that the mother might opt to utilize their service in order to find closure of this matter. I fully understand that this is a huge shock to her, the mother, and it seems like she's struggling to come to terms with a reality, and I hoped she didn't have to mislead the public and dealt with this matter privately and bury our son with dignity. Okay, so according to Ndhuna, this guy, not the father. According to Ndhuna, the child died on the 23rd of October, and on the 25th of October, he was buried. So the question now is, when did the child die? Okay, because Lesego came on socials, if I'm not mistaken, 24th of October 2024, and later on revealed that the father is now saying he is burying the child the next day. Ndhuna is here saying the child died 23rd and was buried 25th, so 2 days later, or a day later rather. This is what Lesego said. Titimba must stay away from me, please. They've witnessed their friend abuse me and my son. I've reached out to them numerous times about the abuse I suffered at Ndhuna's hands. He must ask his friend to tell me what happened to my son. Okay? Do let me know, guys, what you think in the comment section down below. Hopefully this inquest, nothing will happen, you know, in terms of bribation, corruption, you guys know. Hopefully they will really find what really happened to this boy.